All right. Yes. We are in business. Okay. So, yeah, there were actually people who were wanting to talk to me on YouTube. It's so funny. I'm so glad I went live. Somebody was like, "How have you been, Tiana?" I was hoping you'd make videos again. So, we'll see how that goes. We get some more scragglers popping in. Maybe I posted onto my YouTube community. It's so funny. I've not been on YouTube in so long. I miss YouTubing. Um, create a post. Hi, everyone. I'm live right now, hanging out, live coding, chatting, and updates on life. XOXO, Gossip Girl. How do I choose an image? Open. Vibe code with me. Post. Perfect. So nobody from the first live has made it over to this live yet. But they'll maybe make it over. I posted that I went live. I'm a marketing manager. Yeah, join that one. It's better. I think I'm going to end the live on TikTok anyways. This one's not to be rude, everybody here on TikTok who is absolutely not watching it. It's much better over on YouTube. Yeah, go pop over on YouTube. And I am not hitting my Puffco on the side. Yes, so we're vibe coding basically every month. So I've been working freelance and this day I'm live on TikTok. Okay, thanks TikTok. Can always count on my sister. Okay, cool beans. Curl beans, cool beans. We are in business. Okay, so where was I with this stupid forking thing? Cool. Hours by category, hours by client, estimated revenue this year, this week. Okay, cool. Settings. Nice. I just flashed everybody my Venmo account so you can pay me. Cool. I feel like this is good. Oh, yeah. I wanted to be able to preview the invoice. Okay, let's create an invoice. Nice. If you wanted to hire me, it's $7,000 an hour, everybody. No, I'm just joking. Dumb joke. Okay, and then I should be able to edit the hours. But no, I guess no, it would pull from my hours. I want that to be cuter. Oh, okay. Preview invoice. Okay, sick. Look. So basically what I wanted was to be able to invoice my clients, and then I told it I wanted to be able to preview my invoices before. So now, okay. So um, from the invoice page. When I click on the invoice bar, I would like it to open preview of the invoice. And also I want the select, now let's just do one thing at a time actually. So we're just gonna tell it that when I get to it, I want to be able to click on this and see the preview. Like, that's annoying that I can't do that. And so that vibe coding is so fun, you guys, because you literally can, like, when you're using an app or you're using a system or using a software and you're just like, this, like, it should work like this. You can just tell it in 2 seconds, like, it should work like this. It's so funny, Maria. Maybe you're just bad luck. No, I'm just kidding. It was a dumb joke. When I started my first live here on YouTube, I had 5 people watching, and now no comments, no nothing. But it's only been 6 minutes. If you build it, they will come. I wonder if I was restricted here. I don't think I was. Welcome back. Yee. I mean, it's possible. Abide by our community guidelines. Nice. Now that functionality exists and I can do that. Now, am I high, but don't you think it would make more sense if this stuff was on this side or no? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's download the PDF and see what it looks like. Isn't this cool? Like, I just told it, I'm tired of doing this through this stupid forking software that never, like, why would I pay $20 a month when now I just can do this? Okay, so that's nice. Okay. Yes, tab. Oh my God. Let's just say yes. How have I been? I've been good. You know what? I've just been vibing out, living life, doing my best. Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know what's the last time I went on YouTube or was like YouTubing live, but I mean, I think I've been in my new apartment that I live in now for, I want to say a few years now. I like got out of living with roommates. I was just like not in a good place at the time, and I was like binging Dr. Ramani videos about like narcissism, narcissists, things like that, just because I was living with one. And then I didn't intentionally, or like I didn't know. She told me I moved in with a girl who told me she was a sugar daddy, or I mean not a sugar daddy, who told me she was a sugar baby and an accountant. And when I moved in with her, the whole thing is like such a drama. But she's she ended up being a lady of the night, and she was having people over to our place while I was at work. Like I would drive to the office, and I only found out because one day I came home early from work and I was just like, what's this? And she was like, oh yeah, like, and I was like, yeah, like I got a problem with that girl. And she was like, well, now I can't pay rent if I can't do this at the house. And I was like, oh gosh, what in the heck? Like that I didn't sign up for. You told me you were a sugar baby. You didn't tell me you were a full blown treating our place like a brothel, literally. So I biggity bounced out of there and moved in by myself. And now I live by myself. I have two cats and a dog. So I have a little farm, and I've been fully working in marketing. I'm like a marketing, I guess, like operations manager, consultant for the last year and a half. About I've been working for myself. Before that, I was working for a property management company, and I had just like an absolutely heinous boss, like the most heinous boss that you could possibly imagine. And that man like tortured me for 3 months and basically just like wanted me to quit. And so I quit, and then I just started working for myself. And when I say tortured me for a few months, like I like genuinely mean it. Like he was like low key a little bit cuckoo. He moved my desk into his office and like to punish me and like put it against a wall like a kid in timeout. Can you imagine like a boss of a company, like the managing director, the owner, the whatever of a company, being upset that I took my paid sick leave, my accrued paid sick leave. He tried to deny it. I said, I'm taking it. I came back. He started, long story short, retaliating against me, and then full blown silent treatment on me, all these things, whatever. And then I just stuck around because that was my job, and like I needed to pay these bills. I live alone, so my rent was really high. And then after a few months of just like going like in the ring around, it was just crazy. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. So yeah, I walked out after he did something super shady. Um, but I don't know. Like there is actually, probably don't think I can speak about actually much more. There is an active litigation. We'll just leave it at that. So that's going on. And then but have really just been focusing on myself, my knowledge, learning. Obviously, like anti MLM, that content for me was so big around. I mean, yes, like having ADHD, maybe, just like being neurodivergent. I'm probably some of the other people. Oh yeah, he was so crazy. Such a power trip. Um, have this like this social justice perception. And I felt, especially after the whole thing with Kimberly, like that kind of like stressed me out, like to like an ridiculous degree. Because like, I mean, if people remember that little saga, it was like, I would like post something sassy, and then she would get, it was just kind of like whatever. And then I think a lot of the content it was just like I would rather, at this point in my life now, like I want to be in a position to be able to like help people. um I think like I've learned a lot, and then now what I've know, or like what I think like the skill sets that I've learned, I think that other people, like if they could feel empowered to do some of these things that I feel like I've learned how to do, then they maybe wouldn't feel so dependent on needing to join an MLM, or like needing to resort to that kind of stuff for money. Like maybe there is a genuine skill and a value that they can bring to the world, or like understand that they can do something that doesn't rely on, yeah, being an MLM. So like if I could help people learn about like marketing or growth strategy, or sales strategy, operation stuff, back end stuff. So right now, like I work with like startups, founders, small businesses, leadership coaches. I have a couple of like yoga teachers and like things like that, where I just kind of like, like for people who maybe don't know what they don't know, I'll kind of, consult, or I'll like help with some things. And then yeah, I actually kind of just come in and I just kind of like just start doing things. And I just say, like, I think you guys should do this. And I think you guys should do that. And I think we should do this. And I think we should do that. And then people are like, okay. And then we just do it. And then some clients, it's not so easy to do it like that always. But that's, yeah, what I've been up to, just working, doing stuff. So right now, yeah, we're doing this vibe coding project that I was doing. And I tried to go live on TikTok because my sister went live on TikTok. And I was like, that looks fun. Like, yeah. And then I kept going live and they kept restricting my thing, saying that I was showing content that was copyright restricted or something. And I'm just like, no, it's not. And no, it's literally not. This is mine. You know what I mean? Like, this is nothing copyrightable in my head. So, whatever. So it kept restricting me. And then I was like, man, I might try going live on YouTube. And then here I am live on YouTube, and I was like, I don't. Why would I try to go to a place where like absolutely no one knows me, and then try to build a random community where no one friggin' knows me? Like, why don't I tap into the people who already know me? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. So I don't know. I think like I just like had a lot of anxiety around YouTube, and like when you just like build up this stuff in your head or this thing in your head, and you're just like, oh, like, should I go live? I don't know. I haven't been there in a while. Like, it's stale. Like, the audience doesn't, whatever excuse I made in my head for whatever. It's like, it's dumb. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, even if the 5 of you here who are on this live, plus it's 4 of you plus my sister. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you guys. Is like, hi, I did a triple take when thanks. I know that's that's so funny. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, it has like, it's kind of like, I should just, I'm just going to pop back up. I think, especially now, like when I started my YouTube channel, like the very first videos that I started to post, like it was right during COVID when nobody, like everybody was losing jobs. And then like a bunch of people were like reaching out to people being like, join my MLM. We're going to make money. And it was just like, I don't know. So I started posting. I didn't have a job. I literally didn't have a job. And like 3 people from MLMs had hit me up, and I was just like pissed. And I remember at the time I had been watching, I was already watching Savannah, and I was, what's her butt, Emily? Like, it's like she really fell off like and out, but like I think that was a choice. I don't really know. I was watching hers, and I was just like, no offense, but like, you're not making good enough points to rebut against what some of these girls are saying. And I was just like, I feel like I could do this. And so I just did it. And then I just started doing it. And then here we are all these years later. It's like, whatever, and like so many things were born from anti-MLM, and like from being a part of this community is like, we started the anti-MLM alliance, and like me and a little gang got together and like try to do this. And like we met for a while. I think at the end of the day is like, it got everything. I felt like, again, this is just my perception, everybody's like gonna have a different version of this story. I felt like when we were doing it, like I didn't want all the onus to fall on me. I felt like everything like felt on me. It was like, okay, now it had to be my nonprofit and my thing and my this and like this, and then other people were helping, and it was just like, I don't know. It was just if it was like a little bit overwhelming. So I think just like I never have like left the anti-MLM community. I'm very much anti-MLM. I even have posted, like, I'm on TikTok a few places too, and I posted something anti-MLM, and somebody had commented like, "Oh my gosh, like I never thought I'd see you here." I hate MLM. After church, a brother sold me some Amway stuff. Oh my God, what? A car full of Amway stuff. Like, he's just ready to sell on a dime. That's crazy. That's so funny. I mean, you know what? At the end of the day, like, look, I mean, do I support MLMs? No. But did you help a brother out? Probably. So, but I have no idea. Oh, a brother's okay, yeah, after church. That's so funny. It really does run so rampant in churches and religious communities and things like that. It's like, how I wish, like, I don't know. I kind of just wish like churches should just be like, MLMs are banned, but that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen at all, probably. I want to also be able to generate an activity report for my client. So that would show the things I worked on hourly, the different tagged projects and activities, and then show me a little pie chart. Perfect. So let's say that's what we want to. This stuff are so expensive. So what did you buy? Like, what did he get you on? Like toothpaste or something like that? That's so funny. I feel like an easy out, or unless they have like a rebuttal to that, I would have been like, I'm so sorry. I have to use Sensodyne only because my teeth are super sensitive. Sensodyne only, thanks. And then be like, sorry, Amway's not approved. Oh, sorry. That's what I would have said. But that's so funny. And energy drinks, girl. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you or with you probably either. I don't think you're it's kind of just like it's one of those things like so I you maybe like it's like what inside there's like obviously what is like an uncomfortability in saying no or like I don't need it or he's a really good salesperson. You know, is it like a combination of like the two? He's just like was really persistent or he was like it's or you know, it's also hard to say no to somebody that you like too. Like if my friend came up to me, well, actually, you know what? My friend came up to me, I would have been like, girl, you know I'm anti-MLM because I did have a friend like that. She was like, would you buy something from my pampered chef so that I could get the toaster thing? I can win this. And I said, girl, absolutely not. I'm not supporting into that. I said, I love you dearly, but I will not be getting anything pampered chef. That makes sense. And also too, with that kind of stuff, like I don't know again his age, but if he was older, like if anything like over 45, 50, and he's yeah, or yeah, salesman to the max. It's so funny. If they're yeah, they're like they're in it. There's nothing like anybody could say. I feel like our efforts as an organization, as a community, like it should be not should be, but like sometimes like especially the Amwayers, they're like in it versus can we protect maybe somebody like way earlier, you know, like that girl who's 22, 23, who's just been approached by some girl in Monate because she thinks it's gonna be good for her. Or, you know, like maybe I but again, you know what? That's actually wrong. Here I am, me being wrong on my own being wrong is because when I think about when I was making anti-MLM content, oh, he's definitely that's so funny. Is like you think about how many women or people jumped from MLM to MLM and then finally woke up after kind of like starting to binge or see some anti-MLM content or they weren't aware of some of the structures that were going on and then they saw some of the content and then they were like, oh, you know, like I actually think like I'm starting to wake up. So I don't know. Yeah. Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. I'm like, at what point do we just or do yeah, I don't know. So then maybe Queen, we gotta work on our nose. Practice it in the mirror. Be like, no, I'm sorry. I don't need any toothpaste, but thank you so much for the offer. Or be like, oh, today it's actually I do no buy Sundays. Tell them I do no buys on Sundays. So if you only see them on Sundays, be like, yeah, it's a no buy day for me. Thank you so much for the offer though. Yes, I do want to add it to the sometimes it just knows what I want. Thank you. Okay, so let's see how it did that. So I can generate a report or can I switch it from client? How did it do it? Where can I do it? Ooh, an activity report. Perfect. So like something also like with vibe coding, because this is I guess just like a combo of like vibe coding slash like yip yapping, is like so like this is like ugly to me where it says select client. So I'll tell it the cool thing about vibe coding for anybody who's like this to me, like I feel like people can really upskill. Like I've upskilled myself and like my life and like what I've been able to do and like for my clients and stuff just through vibe coding alone has just like, and I know some people are not down with AI, some people are down with AI, some people are whatever. It's like this is inside my actual like like it's AI, but it's like baked into my computer systems. So like it's got full access. And it is running this view right now of this time tracking software that I'm like designing for myself so that I can invoice my clients without having to pay for a monthly subscription fee to Toggle, which Toggle is $20 a month. And it's like a basic invoicing thing, but like I don't use half the features. And like if I could save $20 a month just by creating this for myself, then easy. And then when I think about like I do this kind of stuff for like my clients too, is like I had a client who was like had this like nasty spreadsheet that was just like not doing their data any justice. And then I coded a whole CRM back office thing and tracking and added it so that like her yoga teachers can like communicate. So there's like a little bulletin board and then they can map out where or like it shows the whole calendar of like when's all of her workshops and when's all her stuff and like it's this like beautiful visual dashboard now and all of it was vibe coded and she's like so impressed and I'm just like girl it was not that hard, it was really easy. Can you also stylize the drop downs and all the cards that pop up anywhere else? Baker. And then also, can I get a toggle somewhere on the bottom left corner that lets me swap out the color of the app? I'd like to be able to switch between baby pink and baby light blue based on my vibes for the day. So we'll see what we get going on there. But yeah, well, anybody who is watching up to anything exciting, anything new in your life, I don't know, call out to tell me what's something cool. Any new marriages, any new relationships on the horizon, any children. Actually, Maria, I think you had Porter in between the last time that I like got on and off of YouTube. I have no idea. Yesterday I went out drinking. It was terrible. I had way one too many. When was my last video? I'll tell you. 4 years ago, I posted something. Then I never exposed my old company. I said I was going to expose them, and then I never made the video. That was the last thing I ever said. So funny. You know what I should do too? I should switch my picture. How do I just see my channel, view my channel? Okay. I did a live stream 3 years ago. I mean, yeah, it's been years, like 5. I mean, how old's Porter? Sorry, but what you doing? I am vibe coding an invoicing software for me to be able to stop paying for the invoicing software that I pay $20 a month for. So that I can just create an invoice for my retainer clients and do that. Yeah. So, and then chit chatting. making stuff. So yeah, I don't know if anybody's vibe coded before, but I'm trying to get everybody to try it because I'm like imagine all the things that are inside people's brains that they didn't have a developer that could help make it for them. So much good stuff. Web server based any libs. I'm not sure I fully understand what that means. What am I using? Oh, I'm using Claude inside my terminal. So I just like have a root folder and then it's connected to GitHub and Netlify, but I just run the commands inside my terminal and then I'm can see all my changes in the local, and then when I'm ready I'll just push it to Netlify, and then I'm not like gonna pay for because I'm not going to pay for, I guess, a domain or anything because who cares if it says netlify.app or whatever. And then I'll just like password protect it or something and then just use it. But actually, you know what? I'll probably push it to my website would make sense. Whatever. So yeah, I'm using Claude though. 10 out of 10. If anybody's like into AI and has been using primarily maybe just like ChatGPT, yeah, Claude AI. It's dope. It's like it changed my life because I have always used chat or had always used chat for like the last however many years when I became a thing. And I started to get these ads on Instagram for Claude Code. And it was showing, they really got me with the girls with the pink. Like they were showing a bunch of girls with like these really awesome AI is generating for you, but it's using specific languages and libraries. Yes. Okay. Yeah, yeah, it's smart, and I don't know, JavaScript. I know basic HTML. I know, but what I did when I built this was I did research like a lot of best practices, user experience, some kind of web server. So it is, I don't know. I mean, I can ask it, but it's just pushing from there's a folder on my desktop. And then if I just run the development environment for it, it just pulls up here. I don't know. I'm not a coder. That's the thing is I just know I figured out all the steps. That's okay. It's I love engaging. I love chit-chatting. So, and like also to like I didn't know any of this stuff and I'm learning new stuff every single day like about it, and every time I do stuff I ask it to like explain to me. um that's so funny. Yeah, but I did like is I spent a lot of time doing researching best practices. So like I downloaded like a lot of like things about gamification for apps and best practices for user experience and user interface stuff, best practices for like just doing this, and then I uploaded it all into my Claude so that when it's running the project it like takes into consideration all of the things that like I'm not smart enough to know. And then after we do it I'll ask it, I'll say, pretend you're a developer and I've just given you, my software and I want you to fully audit it and I don't know what I don't know and I want you to figure out what's yeah, I am if I try. Yeah. I'm soon to be soon. I guess because I'm building apps and stuff. I built a few things now and I'm having a lot of fun. I'm really um I feel really empowered to do stuff now that I've like discovered this little thing. But I've also been trying to empower other people to know that they could do it too super easily. Yeah. So now, OpenRoot, are you a developer? Are you a coder? What are you doing? What do you do? Oh, Damn. Okay, hell yeah. So I'm curious just to, kind of like get like the vibes from somebody who's kind of just starting to learn about this stuff. Do you use AI in your in your processes at all? I avoid AI. Okay. Too many errors and hallucinations. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. And what kind of stuff do you create or like work on? Do you work in a specific vertical? Text to speech. Oh, okay, cool. Olama for an agent. Okay, cool. End to end large multi. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. I'm going to learn about that next. Using Godot to make a 2D game. Cool. So, is the game, are these projects that you do for fun, or do you actually throw money behind them and promote them and like sell them, or do you just work that as your job and then program that kind of stuff on the fun on the side? Or yeah, I'm always just like curious. And actually also too, if you don't mind me asking, if there was one bit of advice you give somebody who is just randomly doing this shit, something you tell me to do or not do. I'm an Aspie and think, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I I'm an ADHDer, which is why I never finish any of my projects, but I get really gung ho about them. Look at what it generates. Now, when you say look at what it generates, what are we looking at? What should I look at? Yeah, I mean, I have found it to be pretty neato. Because I feel like if you're a coder and you're smart and you tell it, um, like, I'm a coder, so don't fuck this shit up and make sure that you do it exactly the way that I tell you that I want it to be done. It's pretty like good. And also I from my what I've learned is that also it's better at remembering your projects and not like jumping off. But yeah, if you're interested in checking out Claude Code, I think I have another free week of Claude Code if you want to try a free week. Can play around with it. But I just put it on my desktop and I was like, yeah, let's see. So yeah, we can look in the page, we can inspect the page. Oh, I forgot. I told it I wanted a toggle to switch colors. Let's see what it did. Oh my God, my vibes. Okay, wait, but it's not switching the color. Okay, so I see the vibe changer, but it doesn't actually change the whole dashboard with the new light blue scheme. Can you adjust that? And then I feel like that's not a very good prompt. Can you adjust it so that the whole dashboard changes theme colors when you switch the vibe code color? The new button should change theme. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing too, is like I've been getting and needing to get better at coding or not coding my prompts too, because sometimes it really does just exactly what I said it to do and I'm like, oh, okay, I did tell it to you to do that. Oh, and then also I didn't want to pay for like any like database to store my actual stuff, so it's all on um it's the actual information is in my Google sheet that I just made with the information. Yeah, local database, Google Sheets database. Yeah, and I didn't, because it was like you can put it on Supabase or Firebase, and I thought I'd rather just be able to go and edit a Google Sheet if I want to be able to change something, and then I can turn that sheet into a P&L spreadsheet for the end of the year for my business. Flat egg Jason's Q-Light. I get in arguments. It's so funny. Let's see. Oh, sometimes I'm like, I usually like to accept it every time, even though I have no idea what it's asking me if I want to do. I'm like, oh, at least let me read what you're gonna do. But I can just say, don't ask me again. So it just goes and does all the things that I want it to just. It's smart enough. It's smarter than me. That I know. That's okay. Yeah, but I think my next project I am going to set it up to Supabase because I want to, for that project, I do have ambitious ideas. So I made it so I made this like dashboard for my client where they can like post on like a bulletin board, but I want to kind of make it like not a social media app, but like a social board thing that her students can like log into and like discuss ideas and topics around yoga together. So, in order for, I guess, like obviously increase security, that's one thing I've seen a big discussion. I will hopefully learn how to use AI better. Yeah, 10 out of 10, Claude. I mean, Claude Code, when I say it changed my life, like I feel like it took the level of what I have been able to produce, like just tenfold, 50,000, a million fold. Because not only was I never coding before, but other little things like my website, say, for instance, or for my clients' websites, say, they, I wanted to add, Moodle is a website code to run classrooms and such. Okay, sick. I'll check it out. Let's pull it up. Free Moodles. Oh hell yeah. I'll look into this too. See, you give me some stuff to look into. Hell yeah. Um, I yeah, I just feel like, oh yeah, so like you can do anything. So I said I want to make a lead magnet. So like say you're trying to sell something, whatever. I want to make a lead magnet. Can you do it and then connect it to my MailChimp and then connect it to this and connect it to that. And then it just says, yeah, like give me your API key, give me your this, give me your that. Okay, cool. Oh, you need to make these tags. Okay, cool. Made those tags. Great. And then like just it runs that. And then you could tell it, oh, I want to make a conditional logic form. Like think like people pay all these stupid SaaS software, funnel maker, blah, blah, this, that, the third to be doing sort my lead, do this. Just I coded an entirely like a conditional logic lead form that I was just like, okay. And then I also like the best thing about AI is that you can go and find the research anywhere. So like I went and like found like a full like study on like what's the best like things for user experience, so like one touch to get to something, and then like certain like accessibility. Even I can say, okay, now go through and like make sure that this little thing that I've built is accessible, and then like you can go and download or copy. I mean, I'm sure it can pull it up too, but you could say like, here's the most up-to-date accessibility standards and everything that it needs to have. Build this into it. And it's just like done. So there's so many cool things. So yeah, email gates, lead funnels, quizzes. I made a quiz for my client. So, you think like, so she's a therapist and she wants to help people who are experiencing burnout. And so she has a 2-minute burnout quiz now, on usability. Don't make me think. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Things should just feel intuitive and natural. And that's what I like too about vibe coding as well, is it's so easy to just like explain to it like, okay, this functionality isn't making sense. Like, okay, my vibes still aren't fixed. Um, yes, tab, but you know what? I'm just gonna say yes. Oh, maybe it's because I didn't refresh it. No, I'm just gonna push everything. I don't really know. Yeah, so you could download that whole book and then you could just give it to Claude, and then you could be like, Claude, here's everything you need to know about usability. Make sure you take all this good stuff into consideration. Oh, so cute. And I help my friends with everything. So I just gotta, hey queen, can you help me build my website on Wednesday or Thursday? Yes, I can, girlfriend. Yes, I can.
You know when the world really started to go to shit? It's when McDonald's stopped doing the dollar menu.
Oh, that's kind of true. Okay. 1 a.m. off to bed. Good night, Open Root. I hope you have a really great day, evening, night, and blessed be. We'll see you on another time, hopefully, maybe. Oh my God, you're in the UK? Fun. The company I work for is in the UK. Are you one of the people that I work for by any chance on accident? That's funny. That's so funny. Well, yeah, so I do work with it looks like I'm frozen. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I work with a fintech company in the UK is one of my clients, and they are an AI, an AI fintech company. But like the whole team is coders. It's like nine developers, and then like one marketing person and 2 salespeople. It's like, okay, guys, you're a little top heavy, but yeah. But good night. I'll see you in the morning UK time. I got to make some posts, some LinkedIn posts. Hmm. I should go listen to music.
This is for anybody.
Oops. Party full. Oops. Just blasting. Happy to see you again. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thanks for coming into the live. I am going to keep making more videos. I think I do miss. I've been real like little stickler lately. I think I've just been really like internalizing like whatever's been going on. And I think I've come to the realization that I think the only way through whatever is going on right now is like leaning into community, building my community, keeping in touch with my community and my people. So I'll be keeping in touch with my people. Thanks, Queen. Command Shift R, hard refresh. Oh. I don't know what's. Okay, like that. I don't know. I wonder if I can take this out of here and move into. Still didn't work. I moved it over to Chrome. When I toggle blue, it still shows pink as the primary color. And of course, my head is not light up. So if I want something and I could see something, what would I see? I don't know. Okay, anyways. Had to set up a little background so the people I went back live on TikTok for my thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. Oh. I mean, not even spending time on a functionality, anything like functional. I'm strictly just here now. It's saying like I want a new vibe, blue or pink. It has nothing to do with invoicing my clients at this point, which I still haven't even done some of my clients. And it's like, okay, do you want to get paid, girl? Okay. Yeah. Hell yeah. Isn't that so fun? Look at based on my feelings for the day. I love that. Hell yeah. That's so sick. I'm obsessed. It's so cute. I love it. 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 Okay. So I have my timer. I have my thing. I can do this in my calendar. I can auto add my things. I can generate the invoice from here. I can make an activity report from here. Oh, okay. Yes, it worked. Thank you. And then also, can you stylize the drop down for the cards like this? Oop. As I figured I didn't need to make it clearer. I was smoking. Half of vibe coding is just sitting around and waiting for your project to be done. Womp, 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 womp. No, la polizia, no. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Here she comes. The queen of my life. The light of my life. I love you so much. My everything, my child. She's like frozen in time. Hi, girl. Hi, Tracy. I'm working on an app. You into vibe coding at all, Tracy? Ever left? She left the live. So sick. So sick. I'm like, what? Insane in the membrane. I accidentally just blasted my address. Oops. Did it again. So now that this is mostly done, it's feeling pretty good. I'm thinking I'm going to add an activity tracker to it that I can just like log tasks or like create a task manager. And then that way, hypothetically, if there's a task and I was doing something, I could assign that task to, I can assign that task to that client. Can you add an activity tracker if you want to be able to see my screen? I'm live over on YouTube where you can physically see my screen. I was getting flagged too much on TikTok. Can you add an activity tracker to this dashboard so that I can add tasks that need to be done for each client, and then it would have the due date and then associated tag. Then if I worked on something, I could assign that task to that time slot, and it would send that to the activity that I worked on. Does that make sense? Then enter plan mode, please. And a cool thing you can do with Claude is you can tell it to enter plan mode. So if you're like wanting to give it commands and you don't fully know what you want yet, but like you have like a kind of an idea, you can tell it, oh, okay, I want to enter into plan mode, and then from plan mode, it will kind of like walk you through what that could look like. Maybe turn on some lights. It's getting a little dark in here. Turn on the plant lights. Start here. I need that. Could have been certain. Could have been. I also really should just do this more often because it's so easy to just like do this while I'm doing this, and it kind of feels like I'm working with somebody. Like maybe I would have walked away from the project or been more annoyed, but I was like pretty committed to doing this today. True. It is like virtual friends. Even if nobody's on, it makes me like, yeah, you got to be like still a little bit on your A game, even though nobody's there for all 0 people. But it's good. I'm happy I went live today. I woke up this morning. I'm happy I watched the live, and I'm happy I went live. Now, what I haven't done yet though is invoice my 2 largest paying clients. That's like $3,000. I need to do that a little bit. I keep saying I'm going to do that, and then I go back to working on this, but that's because I'm live, and like that's the point of this. So. I got scared. I thought that was my door. There's like 18 people that I need to text back. Imagine you're like waiting for a text back from me and I'm just on live. Sorry. They should really just hide the total number of people that are inside your live so it looks more enticing. If I see one person, I'm like, this shit sucks. I'm out of here. I mean, it is what I'm thinking, but. So, Maria, maybe you could explain to me. I'm assuming you're gonna have dinner here soon, but how do Like, do you pay to purchase like how did you get a dolphin? And then like how do people get universes? Do people actually buy universes to give to people in lives and like because they want to give it like I don't fully understand that system, I guess. Oh, here I was. Well, I was thinking you're. Oh, you know what? You did say that you were gonna eat in an hour, and it was 4:30 your time, and it had been 3:30 my time. Oh wow, I've been on live for a while, farting around, building my app. What's funny is that I got sidetracked. I started to do the invoice for my client that I didn't do. Need to get her address. It was nice though. I said I needed extra work this month, and I managed to get extra work with every single one of my clients. People buy them or you can exchange them. Got it. So like if you were to give me whatever and then I maybe with my universes I got it, then I could just like use that to give somebody else a universe. Personally, what a waste of money. Got it. Okay. So you're not saving your 5 cents. You give back away that $10. Kind of like a little perpetual pass along system. I mean, 20 cents is 20 cents. But like 20 cents after how many, you said you made almost $10. So like people will send the giant gifts like universes. When you say those are with something, what do you mean? What does that mean? With something. Okay. Oh, only those are worth something. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine being like a creator and like being here on live, like begging, being like, send me a universe, put me in a cowboy hat, put me in a cowboy hat. How iconic. Now it's gonna build out my tasks feature for me. Porter says hi. Hi, Queenie. Hi, Porter. I somehow lost an earring. Um, Porter, you can be famous. Oh, I won't say hi yet. She had to get dressed. Oh, okay. For who? Well, Maria, if I can hang up the live that's on TikTok and then I can just FaceTime her. Oh, jammies, yeah. Yeah, you guys can just FaceTime me if you guys want. Because, I got a full audience of goose egg. And then, I don't know, it's one person and then you. And I'm not 100% sure who the other one person is, but we love him. We love him. Unless we hate him. We hate him. No, I'm just kidding. It's mom. No, I'm just kidding. It could be. Oh, you gotta take a shower. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Well, tell my queen I said hi then. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. Secretly mom. No, I'm just kidding. That's so funny. Yeah, do. I was gonna tell her she could be basically famous streamer if she starts now. And then if she's lucky, she'll be able to put a down payment on an apartment by the time she's 20. Perfect. Look at my tasks are here now. Cool. To do, in progress, and done. And then I can choose the client. Okay. Search tasks. Add a task. Cool. Can you make low priority? Actually, I'll let it finish. But low priority should turn a color. Okay. Hi, Porter. How are you, Queen? I hope you're having an amazing day. What's your favorite aunt? Your most genius aunt? Don't tell Jayla I said that because she'd probably be the only one that would come for me, but I wish I could hear you, but your mother will let me know what you're saying. She said she has a K-pop Demon Hunter shirt on. Cool. You know, I haven't had the chance to watch K-pop Demon Hunter yet, but I have heard rave reviews about all things K-pop Demon Hunter. That has been something that I have seen as being a very newly growing I guess like a genre or a TV show that the kids are watching these days. But that's pretty neat that you have a K-pop Demon Hunter jammies. I do hope that means that they hunt demons in your sleep. So that's why you dream so well, right? And it told me to add, need to be called tasks. Okay. And then oh, nice. You have a new iPad case? Cool. How's your new iPad been? Have you been doing lots of cool stuff, creating new things, watching new stuff, building, watching, creating? Why are some of these blue and some of them show up black? I wonder if it's because I got the weird. I'll have to send me a picture. Okay, good enough. Okay. So I added that and I did that. Cool. Cool. Whoa. That's nice. I just pop in the color code. Whoa. I love that. That's neato potato. Whoa. I'm so pleased with myself. Yeah, Maria, you'll have to think about whatever you could make for your coloring thing. Like think like what could I make? And then like let's make something fun. Okay. Bye. I'm not sure. You built it. I love just being like, I'm too dumb to figure it out, so you tell me. Fair enough. Let me see if there's a copy. Oh, well, that's a good idea. Let's create a task. Task for me, SEO. I don't love these colors either, but it's fine. Okay, cool. Mark done. I want an easier way to mark it done. Okay. Oh, I guess let's check the spreadsheet and see if it's in there. Yep, it's in there. Okay, it worked. But I want a more visible way to mark it done or in progress. And then I also want to be able to, after I mark it done, assign it to a time window I had been working, or also choose the time or log X amount of time after I do it. Does that make sense? I was smoking. I'm vibe coding right now, Addie. Making a project. Thanks for vibing by. That check box should be on the right hand side. And why are there two little dots? I think that the pill that says the activity should just be the color or outlined the color, if that makes sense. Like the SEO pill would be pink if that's the color it was assigned. And then I don't want two random little dots. And I liked your checkbox feature. Got it. Yes, do it. Do it. Just as I said it. It's getting dark in here. Do you got some dope for me? Hi, Ricky. You're so cute. I love you so much. Hi, anybody who stayed and who left and who came. It's so funny. I went massive viral on TikTok. I'm gonna get off TikTok live. It's like just wasting my battery. 17 viewers, 1 comment. Oh, I had a comment. Oh, it was my sister. So funny.
You rest.
Okay, perfect. Except for I want it to be a check. Okay, much better, but I want it to be a check mark when I mark it done. Like, do I have to be so zoomed into my face? I guess actually. Yesterday I went out for Sunday Fun Day, and then I had a little bit too much fun, to be 100% honest with you. And I cracked open a soju, and then I didn't drink it. And then I walked into my bathroom, and I was like, "Oh my god, nice soju!" So. And actually, that looks really suspicious, but I actually haven't really been drinking at all, so it makes me look like a little sketchy. Cool. Okay. Yes, but I want you to think about this task system and review it for best practices. What could be improved? It still feels like it is missing something. How's how you find me? Ooh, excuse me. Do you got some dope for me? That's how you find me. You know what is kind of crazy? I mean, yeah, I'm not a coder. I've never coded before. I'm not like a person, whatever. But like, imagine 10 years from now, that guy that was on my chat earlier, he's like, I'm a 40-year-old programmer. And I was like, oh, whoa, like, what if in 10 years from now, like I've been building all these projects and I'm like, oh, I'm a developer now. I'm a coder. I'm a this. I'm not a coder. I don't know what the heck I am. But I'm a vibe coder. It was funny. He was like, that's how you find me. Looking shiny.